name is Lorraine from LFX Healthcare. I'm one of the trainers here. Have you ever been in an emergency situation but you didn't know how to deal with it? I'm here to show you how to do CPR on an unconscious victim. Did you know that 70% of cardiac arrests happen outside hospitals? And I know a lot of people panic if they found somebody unconscious in the streets. They don't know what to do. Well, I'm here to make that a little bit easier for you. Let's pretend you found somebody on the floor, they're unconscious. The first thing you want to do is to make sure that you are safe. Do not rush to approach the person. Make sure that it is safe for you to approach, that there is no live cables, there is no bodily fluids that you can easily slip on. So first thing you do, as you approach, you want to find out if they are conscious, if they can hear you. So you just shout, "Hello, hello, can you hear me?" If you don't get a response, the next thing you do is you can either shake on their shoulders and be like, "Hello, hello, can you hear me?" Again, if there's no response, the next thing you want to consider is, are they an elderly person? Could they be hard of hearing? So you might want to shout in one ear and then shout in the other ear. Again, if you don't get a response, then you know that this person is in serious trouble and they need help immediately. What I would suggest at this point is, if you have some help, get somebody to ring 999. If you're on your own, grab your phone, put it on speakerphone, dial 999 and start doing chest compressions while you are talking to the emergency services so you could get some help. And how you do chest compressions. You want to take one heel of your hand and you put it in the center of their chest. Take the other hand and put it on top of that hand, and you want to press as hard as you can, which is 5 to 6 centimeters. Some people worry, how do you know it's 5 to 6 centimeters? At this point, it's better you break a rib than that person passes away. Okay, so you want to do 30 compressions and you want to do 2 rescue breaths. So I'll just show you what the 30 compressions will look like. So the compressions need to go at a rate of 100 to 120 compressions per minute. Okay, so it will be something like this. So you do 30 of those, and when it comes to rescue breaths, what you want to do is take one palm of your hand on their forehead, take a couple of fingers on the other end, put it on their chin, and just slightly tilt their head. You want to take your fingers, just pinch their nose and blow into their mouth a couple of times. At that time, you want to see if the chest is rising and falling. Okay, so you start blowing. Then you jump back onto the chest, do 30 again. So that's 30. You do 2 rescue breaths. You carry on doing that until help arrives. If you've got a helper, at that time you can swap so you can get a little bit of rest, because it is very, very tiring to do chest compressions. In the event that it's a child or an infant having a cardiac arrest, there are differences that you need to note. On an adult, you would start by doing chest compressions and give rescue breaths. On a child, you need to start with giving 5 rescue breaths and then go on to do your 30 compressions and then 2 rescue breaths until help arrives. I'll just show you how to do the 5 rescue breaths, because they are slightly different to how you would do rescue breaths on an adult. You want to ensure that one hand is supporting the neck. As we all know, babies' bones are still growing, still developing. As you give the rescue breaths, you want to ensure that your whole mouth will cover their nose and cover their mouth, like so. So you'd like to do 5 rescue breaths, And how to do the compressions. This is what you do. With an adult, you use the heel of your hand, but on an infant or a baby, you just want to use 2 fingers. So again, you go in the center of the chest and give 30. You give your 30 compressions, then you go back to just doing 2. Rescue breath, 32, 32. So the most important thing you need to remember when you're resuscitating a baby is you start with 5 rescue breaths, and then you go to your 30 compressions, 2 rescue breath, 30 and 2 until help arrives. So those are the differences between resuscitating a baby in comparison to an adult. Thank you very much for watching this demonstration video. For more information, visit www.lfxhealthcare.co.uk to book your training today. Thank you. Bye-bye.